Listen closely, because what I am about to tell you is not optional. Tinnitus is not just a ringing in your ears. It is a signal. It is your body screaming for attention. And if you keep ignoring it, if you keep making the same mistakes, it will get louder. It will invade your life, your peace, your sleep, your focus. So if you have tinnitus, the first thing you must do is stop doing certain things. Immediately stop harming yourself without even realizing it. Stop exposing yourself to loud noise like it. It's nothing. Every concert, every speaker cranked to the max, every careless moment with earbuds blasting straight into your ears is a choice. And every choice has a consequence. You may think you are invincible now, but your ears are not. That ringing you hear, it is the early warning. It is the alarm that says, slow down, protect me. And if you don't, that ringing will become a storm. You must be ruthless with yourself. Headphones down, volume low, distance from loud machinery. Your future self will thank you. Stop ignoring your stress levels. Stress is a silent amplifier of tinnitus. You may not notice it immediately, but your body does. That tension in your shoulders, that rapid heartbeat, that sleepless night, it's all feeding the noise in your head. Stress does just hurt your mind. It attacks your auditory system. Meditation, deep breathing, focused exercise, these are not optional. They are your armor. You cannot outrun stress with more noise, more distraction, more denial. You must face it, control it, and dismantle it daily. Stop believing that temporary relief is a solution. Painkillers, alcohol, caffeine, sugary foods, they may dull the moment, but they don't heal. They don't fix the ringing, they only mask it, and sometimes make it worse. You are not just battling a sound, you are battling habits. Every time you reach for that quick fix, you are training your body to tolerate damage. You are telling your ears and your nervous system, go ahead, keep suffering. Instead, choose sustainable care. Choose hydration, balanced nutrition, proper rest. Treat your body like it is sacred, because it is. Stop isolating yourself. Many people with tinnitus retreat into silence, thinking if they avoid the world, the ringing will disappear. But isolation only makes it louder. Silence magnifies the noise in your mind. Engage with life. Talk to people. Laugh. Move. Challenge your brain with music at safe levels, with conversation, with new experiences. Life is not meant to be endured in a chamber of your own anxiety. The louder your tinnitus feels, the more reason you have to stay connected, not retreat. Stop thinking this is hopeless. Tinnitus can feel relentless. That constant ringing can make you feel trapped, as though your body has betrayed you. But listen carefully, the moment you resign yourself is the moment it wins. There are countless methods, techniques, therapies, and daily practices that can reduce its impact. It is not magic, it is consistency, it is discipline. It is taking control where you once felt powerless. Every small choice you make, wearing ear protection, taking breaks from screens, managing stress, doing physical therapy, accumulates into progress. One day you will notice the ringing is quieter. Not gone, perhaps, but quieter. More manageable. And that is victory. Stop denying your need for professional help. This is not weakness. This is strategy. An ENT, an audiologist, a therapist, they are not optional. They are allies. You need expert eyes and ears on your condition. Tinnitus is complex, and trying to navigate it alone is like navigating a stormy ocean without a compass. The right evaluation can uncover hidden contributors: hearing loss, jaw tension, neck issues, medication side effects. When you bring knowledge into the fight, the noise loses its power. Stop comparing yourself to others just because someone else's tinnitus is worse or better. Does to make your struggle any less real? You cannot measure suffering on a scale that does to account for your life. Your experience is yours, and your actions must be tailored to your reality. Comparison is poison. It breeds frustration, anxiety, and helplessness. Focus only on your progress. Measure yourself by yesterday, not by someone else's life. Stop procrastinating treatment. Too often, people hear ringing for months or years and say, I'll get to it later. Later is a trap. Every day you wait, the more entrenched the neural pathways become, the more your brain adapts to the sound, and the harder it is to regain control. Start today. Start small. Make an appointment. Begin a sound therapy routine. Do stretches that relieve neck and jaw tension. Turn off unnecessary noise. Start treating your tinnitus like the emergency it is, because it is. Stop ignoring sleep. Your body repairs itself in the quiet hours. Tinnitus can make sleep impossible, but avoidance only worsens your perception of it. Create an environment conducive to rest. Blackout curtains, white noise machines, calm breathing, a consistent sleep schedule. These are not luxuries. They are survival tactics. Sleep deprivation will amplify stress, heighten perception of ringing, and weaken your mental resilience. Protect your rest like it as life itself, because in many ways it is. Stop underestimating the power of your mind. Tinnitus is not just ears, it is brain. Your perception amplifies the noise. Anxiety, fear, obsession, they turn up the volume. Mindfulness, cognitive exercises, visualization, positive focus, those are not fluffy suggestions, they are weapons. Train your mind to notice the ringing without fear. Train your brain to focus on other things. The mind can shrink the noise, change your reaction, and reclaim control. Stop thinking of yourself as a victim. Tinnitus is a challenge, yes, but it does not define your life. The second you adopt a victim mindset is the second it consumes your energy, your joy, your purpose. You have the power to fight, to adapt, to thrive. Your habits, your discipline, your awareness, these are your shields. Every choice to protect your hearing, manage your stress, pursue therapy, sleep well, nourish yourself, these are victories in a war you never asked for, but can win. Stop wasting energy on negativity, rage, frustration, self-blame. They are understandable, yes, but they are toxic. They make the ringing louder in your mind. Focus on solutions, focus on actions. Every negative thought is fuel for the fire in your ears. Every positive, deliberate step is a brick in the fortress you are building against tinnitus. You are not powerless. You are not trapped. You are a strategist. You are a warrior. Stop pretending you don't hear it. Acknowledge it, face it, understand it. Naming it, accepting it, working with it. This is how you regain control. Denial only delays action, delays healing, delays relief. You can coexist with tinnitus, but only if you stop hiding from it and start mastering it. Stop waiting for perfection. You will stumble. You will have days where the ringing feels unbearable. You will forget ear protection. You will stress too much. You will miss therapy exercises. That is normal. The difference between those who manage tinnitus and those who let it dominate them is not perfection. It is persistence. One step every day forward, one conscious choice repeated, one refusal to surrender. That is how victory is carved from struggle. Stop undervaluing yourself. You are worth effort. Your peace is worth effort. Your hearing, your focus, your quality of life worth effort. Every small act of protection, every moment of stress management, every healthy choice adds up to a life where tinnitus no longer dictates the rules. Do not settle for just tolerable. Demand better. Fight for better. Take responsibility for your own health with fierce determination. Stop delaying self-education. Learn about tinnitus. Learn about sound therapy, about neuroplasticity, about ear protection, about stress reduction. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is surrender. The more you understand how your body and brain work, the more effective you become at minimizing the impact of tinnitus. Don't rely on myths. Don't rely on hearsay. Seek the facts. Apply them relentlessly. Stop underestimating small victories. Reducing the ringing by 5%, sleeping an extra 30 minutes without interruption, managing stress for an hour without panic, these are wins. Celebrate them. Build momentum. They are proof that you are capable, that you are learning, that your choices matter. Tinnitus is relentless, but so are you when you commit. Stop thinking this is all about ears. It's about your life, your peace, your mind, your energy, your relationships, your ability to focus, to rest, to enjoy. Treat it as such. Every decision matters. Every habit counts. Every day is a battleground, and you are the journal of your own body and mind. Stop waiting. Stop ignoring. Stop underestimating yourself. Stop allowing tinnitus to dictate your life. Stand up. Take control. Protect your hearing. Protect your stress levels. Protect your sleep. Protect your mind. Every choice you make today echoes into your future. Make them count. Your tinnitus did not appear by accident, and it will not disappear if you ignore it. It is a warning, a signal from your body that something is out of balance. Every day you allow loud sounds, stress, or careless habits to continue unchecked, you are choosing to feed that signal, to give it power over your life. The first thing you must understand is that you are the only person responsible for protecting your ears, your brain, and your future self. Every decision matters. Every moment counts. You cannot treat your hearing care as optional, and you cannot pretend that the ringing is something to live with passively. You must act, and you must act with urgency. Stop exposing yourself to loud noise as if it is harmless. Every concert, every high-volume track, every machine that shakes the air around you, it leaves a mark. Your ears are not invincible. The ringing you hear now is proof of that. It is proof that damage has begun. Each time you blast music into your head with earbuds, each time you stand close to a roaring engine or a speaker turned to maximum, you are breaking down the defenses of your auditory system. And it is cumulative. Your future self, years from now, will either be grateful for the choice you make today, or you will regret every moment of negligence. Do not underestimate this. Ear protection is not optional. Turning down the volume is not optional. Stepping back from the source of noise is not optional. They are not minor conveniences. They are weapons in your battle to keep control of your hearing and your life. Stop ignoring your body signals. That stress you brush off, that tension in your neck and shoulders, the sleepless nights, the racing thoughts, they are all intensifiers of tinnitus. You may believe that stress only affects your mood or productivity, but your body tells a different story. Stress heightens perception, makes the ringing louder, and amplifies the discomfort. The moment you dismiss stress as irrelevant, you give tinnitus free rein. Stress management is not optional. Deep breathing, meditation, yoga, exercise, these are not indulgences or extra things to do when convenient. They are lifelines. Your nervous system responds to how you treat it. Calm it, nurture it, and the sound in your ears begins to fade into the background. Neglect it, and you amplify the noise and feed anxiety simultaneously. Stop relying on temporary relief. Painkillers, alcohol, excessive caffeine, sugary snacks, or short bursts of distraction might provide a fleeting sense of escape, but they do nothing to fix the underlying problem. These are illusions of control. They make the ringing tolerable for a moment, but they do not heal, they do not restore, and in many cases they worsen the situation over time, every time. You reach for these temporary fixes, you are telling your body and your brain that damage is acceptable. You are conditioning your system to accept noise, to accept discomfort, to accept suffering. If you truly want control, if you truly want relief, you must replace temporary distractions with sustainable, long-term care. Hydration, balanced nutrition, rest, and protective habits are not optional. They are essential tools in reducing the impact of tinnitus. Stop isolating yourself. Many people with tinnitus retreat into silence, thinking that avoiding sound will somehow stop the ringing. Silence does not erase tinnitus, it amplifies it in the mind. The more you avoid the world, the more dominant the ringing becomes in your perception. Engage with life. Speak with people, laugh. Listen to safe levels of music, challenge your brain, exercise your body. These actions do more than distract you. They train your brain to coexist with tinnitus without fear. The more life you allow yourself to live, the more you diminish the power of the ringing. Isolation is the enemy. Connection is your ally. Stop delaying professional evaluation. Many suffer in silence, hoping that tinnitus will go away on its own or that it is not serious. This is a dangerous gamble. Tinnitus can stem from multiple causes: hearing loss, jaw or neck tension, medication side effects, circulatory issues. Without proper evaluation, you cannot fight strategically. Doctors, audiologists, and therapists are not optional. They are partners in reclaiming control over your life. Ignoring professional guidance is like walking into battle blindfolded. Seek knowledge, seek assessment, and act on expert advice. The earlier you intervene, the more options you have and the more effective your strategies become. Stop undervaluing consistency. Hearing care is not a one-time action, it is a daily commitment. Every time you protect your ears, every time you manage stress, every time you rest properly, you are building resilience against tinnitus. One slip does not ruin you, but repeated negligence strengthens the ringing, ingrains it into your perception, and it makes recovery more difficult. Success is built through repetition, not luck. Daily attention, daily protection, daily care, these are the tools you wield to regain control. Stop thinking that minor discomfort is harmless. Tinnitus may start as a faint ringing, a soft hum, a subtle irritation, but it is never truly minor. It is a warning that your auditory system is under threat. Treat every signal seriously. Treat every flare-up as a call to action. The choices you make when the ringing is barely noticeable determine how loud it will be in months or years. Protect now. Act now, because the consequences of delay are Cumulative and often irreversible. Stop neglecting lifestyle factors. Your diet, your sleep, your exercise, your hydration, they all influence tinnitus. Caffeine, alcohol, and sugar can worsen perception. Poor sleep increases sensitivity. Lack of movement reduces circulation and increases tension. Every choice is a variable in the equation of sound in your ears. You have control over these variables. You can manipulate them to reduce the ringing, to reclaim focus, to improve your peace of mind. Neglect them and you amplify the problem. Stop surrendering to complacency. Tinnitus is relentless, but so are you when you make protection a priority. Every choice to lower volume, wear ear protection, manage stress, seek professional guidance, sleep properly, hydrate, exercise, and educate yourself compounds over time. These choices may feel small in isolation, but collectively they form the foundation of resilience. You are not powerless. You are not a victim. You are a strategist, a guardian of your own health, a warrior fighting for peace in the midst of relentless noise. Stop wasting time on excuses. You have the knowledge. You have access to resources. You have the capacity for discipline. What is left is action. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your ears and your life, the moment you refuse to allow tinnitus to dictate your daily experience, you reclaim control. Protect your hearing, protect your mind, protect your future self. Protect it with relentless consistency, with courage, and with awareness. Every choice you make now echoes into your future, shaping the quality of life you will have, the peace you will experience, and the clarity you will enjoy. Tinnitus is not just a problem of the ears, it is a challenge of the mind. Too many people focus solely on the sound and ignore the enormous power their thoughts, their emotions, and their daily habits have over how that sound affects their life. You must understand that perception shapes reality. The louder the noise feels in your head, the more it controls you. The quieter it feels, the more you reclaim control. And the difference between the two lies in how you train your mind and structure your life. Your brain is not a passive receiver. It is a filter, a processor, a force capable of amplifying or diminishing the ringing depending on how you engage with it. Every thought, every choice, every habit either feeds the problem or feeds the solution. Stop allowing fear and frustration to dominate your perception. The moment you panic at the ringing, the moment you obsess over every sound in your ears, you give it power. Your brain is listening to your own reactions. Anxiety turns up the volume, makes the noise more intense, and steals your focus from everything else in life. You must approach tinnitus with calm and deliberate awareness. Observe it without judgment. Acknowledge the sound without feeding it anger or fear. This is not denial, this is strategy. You cannot control the noise, but you can control how your mind reacts to it. By training your perception, by consciously choosing not to let tinnitus trigger panic, you begin to reclaim your attention, your energy, and your peace. Underestimating the importance of daily mindfulness and mental discipline. Simple exercises like deep breathing meditation, guided visualization, or progressive muscle relaxation are not fluff. They are essential tools for rewiring the brain. These practices strengthen your ability to remain calm, to reduce stress, and to prevent your tinnitus from becoming an overwhelming mental presence. When your mind is disciplined, the ringing becomes background noise instead of a relentless dictator. Your brain learns to prioritize what matters, to filter out what doesn't, and to focus on life instead of suffering. The ringing is still there, but it no longer controls you. Stop allowing lifestyle choices to dictate your perception. Sleep, nutrition, hydration, movement, all of these directly impact your nervous system, which in turn influences tinnitus. Poor sleep amplifies sensitivity to sound, increases stress, and heightens irritability. Neglecting nutrition and hydration affects circulation, energy levels, and neural function, making the ringing feel worse. Lack of exercise increases tension in the body, especially in the neck, shoulders, and jaw, which can exacerbate symptoms. Your daily routine is either an ally or an enemy. The more deliberate you are in optimizing your life, the less power tinnitus holds over your mind. Stop isolating yourself mentally. Many people with tinnitus become hyper-focused on the sound, fixated on it, replaying it in their minds again and again. This obsession makes it louder, sharper, more intrusive. You cannot fight tinnitus with attention. It is not defeated by willpower alone. You must redirect your focus. Engage in tasks that demand concentration. Learn new skills, socialize, read, exercise, create, or work on projects that challenge your brain. Occupying your mind is not avoidance, it is training your perception. When your attention shifts to meaningful activity, the brain deprioritizes the noise, and your experience of tinnitus diminishes. Stop letting stress dominate your physiology. Stress is a chemical reaction in your body that heightens alertness, increases tension, and makes the ringing feel unbearable. The louder your stress, the louder the tinnitus feels. You cannot remove all stress, but you can control how you respond to it. Every moment you choose calm over panic, focus over frustration, action over inaction, you are reshaping your experience of sound. Stress management is not a secondary concern, it is central to controlling tinnitus. Even small reductions in daily stress accumulate over time into major relief. Stop ignoring the role of your thoughts in shaping your perception. Negative self-talk, hopelessness, and obsession with symptoms act like fuel to a fire. Each time you tell yourself, "I can't handle this," "it will never go away," or "why me?" you are intensifying the noise in your mind. Instead, practice reframing. Remind yourself that you have control over your reactions, that small changes matter, that persistence pays off. Mental conditioning is just as important as physical protection. Your thoughts are shaping your nervous system and altering your experience of tinnitus every single second. Train them wisely. Stop believing that minor distractions are enough. Passive distractions, like watching TV or scrolling endlessly on a phone, do little to retrain your brain. You need active engagement activities that stimulate your mind, challenge your focus, and provide fulfillment. Reading, writing, problem solving, learning a language, creative arts, and social interaction are not optional hobbies, they are strategic tools to reshape perception. When the brain is busy and engaged, tinnitus recedes into the background. When the brain is idle, the ringing feels louder, sharper, and impossible to ignore. Stop neglecting professional strategies that harness neuroplasticity. Therapies like sound therapy, cognitive behavioral approaches, and auditory training are not just medical treatments. They are exercises that teach your brain to reinterpret sound, to prioritize external stimuli over internal noise, and to reduce emotional reactions to tinnitus. These tools accelerate the mental training you are already doing in daily life. Ignoring them is leaving potential relief on the table. Integrate them consistently and observe how your mind begins to adapt, gradually reducing the perceived intensity of the ringing. Stop underestimating small, consistent victories. Each successful day where you manage stress, maintain healthy routines, engage your mind, and practice awareness is a step toward mastery over your perception of tinnitus. Do not wait for dramatic breakthroughs to measure progress. Progress is cumulative. Each small act of mental discipline strengthens your ability to filter sound, manage emotional reactions, and reclaim attention. The more victories you accumulate, the less control tinnitus has over your life. Stop surrendering your mind to despair. Tinnitus may be relentless, but your mind is more resilient than you realize. Every conscious choice to train your brain, to shift focus, to engage in life, to manage stress, and to optimize your lifestyle chips away at the power of that ringing. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, and the louder the challenge, the more critical it is to wield it wisely. You cannot fight tinnitus alone. It is not a battle waged only with determination or discipline. Tinnitus is complex, and your ears and brain are intertwined in ways that require expertise, guidance, and strategic intervention. Every day that you try to tackle it without understanding its causes is a day wasted, a day where the ringing strengthens its grip, a day where frustration grows. Knowledge is your weapon. Ignorance is your enemy. You must seek it relentlessly. Study the causes, understand the triggers, and learn the techniques that give you a fighting chance. Do not settle for partial understanding. Do not rely on myths, hearsay, or unverified claims. There are proven methods supported by research and practiced by thousands who face the same struggle. You must find them, embrace them, and apply them consistently. Stop believing that professional help is optional. An ENT, an audiologist, a therapist, these are not luxuries, they are your allies. They provide assessment, diagnosis, and guidance that you cannot achieve on your own. Tinnitus can stem from multiple sources: hearing loss, jaw tension, neck issues, circulatory problems, medication side effects, and even lifestyle factors. Only a trained professional can identify these contributors and recommend strategies tailored to your unique situation. Ignoring this expertise is like entering a battlefield blindfolded. You would not fight a war without maps. Intelligence and strategy in tinnitus is no different. Seek expert guidance and use it as the foundation for every action you take. Stop assuming that persistence is optional. There is no instant cure. There is no miracle pill that makes tinnitus disappear overnight. The battle is long, and the victory is built on consistent effort. Small steps repeated daily become massive progress over time. Every protective habit, every therapy session, every moment of stress management, every night of proper sleep, every ounce of focus and discipline, these accumulate. You are building resilience brick by brick. Every time you falter, you recommit. Every time the ringing seems overwhelming, you respond with persistence. This is how people regain control over tinnitus, not by waiting for luck, not by hoping it disappears, by relentless action, day after day, month after month. Stop thinking you can afford shortcuts. Skipping professional evaluation, ignoring therapy routines, neglecting follow-ups, these are not minor mistakes. Each missed appointment, each ignored guideline, each half-hearted effort reduces your chances of meaningful relief. Tinnitus is unforgiving, but it is also predictable. When you commit fully, when you combine knowledge with action and consistency, you tip the scales in your favor. Every shortcut you take is a delay in progress and a reinforcement of helplessness. Your future self deserves more than half measures. Stop underestimating the power of tracking progress. Document your symptoms, note patterns, observe triggers, record improvements. This is not obsessive behavior. It is strategic intelligence gathering. Knowledge about your own body's power. When you track progress, you gain insight into what works and what does not. You see patterns that professionals can act on. You gain motivation when you witness small victories accumulating over time. The act of documenting itself reinforces discipline and awareness. Each observation, no matter how small, contributes to a growing sense of mastery. Stop thinking that failure is final. There will be days when the ringing feels unbearable, days when stress spikes, days when sleep is impossible, days when nothing seems to help. These are not signs of defeat. They are part of the process. Persistence does not mean perfection. It means commitment. Every setback is feedback, an opportunity to adjust, refine, and improve your approach. The path to managing tinnitus is never linear, but progress is inevitable when you refuse to quit. Stop ignoring the benefits of combining strategies. No single approach solves tinnitus entirely. Sound therapy, cognitive behavioral techniques, mindfulness, ear protection, lifestyle adjustments, stress management, they are not optional extras. They are complementary tools in a single system. Each strengthens the other. Therapy enhances the effectiveness of daily habits. Professional guidance amplifies the impact of mindfulness and mental training. Lifestyle adjustments support every other intervention. When applied together with consistency, they create a network of support that diminishes the power of tinnitus. Stop underestimating your ability to adapt. Human beings are wired to adjust, to learn, to rewire their brains in response to challenges. Neuroplasticity is real, and it works in your favor when you harness it. Every time you engage in sound therapy, practice cognitive exercises, or retrain your attention, your brain learns to reinterpret the ringing. It learns to prioritize other stimuli over tinnitus, to reduce emotional reaction, to normalize the sound. This is not instant, but it is powerful. Your mind is capable of reshaping your experience of tinnitus, and every deliberate effort nudges it toward relief. Stop relying solely on hope. Hope is passive. Knowledge, action, and persistence are active. Hope may motivate briefly, but it will not sustain you. You must combine hope with strategy, with planning, with intelligent effort. Hope without action is wasted energy. Knowledge without implementation is useless. Your ears and your brain respond to what you do, not what you wish. Every expert consultation, every therapy exercise, every adjustment to lifestyle, every discipline habit is an action that compounds into results. Stop ignoring the long-term perspective. Tinnitus management is a marathon, not a sprint. The relief you seek comes from cumulative effort, consistent awareness, and a commitment to learning and adapting. Each day you invest in knowledge, each day you seek guidance, each day you practice. Persistence builds a foundation for a future where tinnitus no longer dictates your life. Progress is often slow, almost imperceptible at first, but over time it becomes undeniable. Stop undervaluing your own role. You are not a passive participant. You are the commander of your own recovery. You choose how to respond, which experts to consult, which strategies to apply, how consistently to act. The guidance of professionals and the power of knowledge only work if you implement them. Responsibility is not a burden, it is empowerment. The more you take charge, the more effective every effort becomes, and the more control you regain over your life. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Every day you delay is another day tinnitus strengthens its foothold. Start with what you can do today. Schedule an evaluation, gather knowledge, implement one habit, track one pattern, commit to one therapy. Momentum grows exponentially. Action compounds, and over time, the ringing becomes manageable. Stop underestimating the transformative power of persistence combined with knowledge and support. This combination is unstoppable. The louder the challenge, the more critical it is to commit fully. When you engage with experts, educate yourself, relentlessly apply strategies consistently, and refuse to give up, tinnitus no longer controls your life. You regain focus, peace, and clarity. You reclaim what belongs to you, your attention, your energy, your life. You now understand that tinnitus is more than just a sound. It is a signal, a challenge, and an opportunity. It demands that you take immediate action to protect your ears, your body, and your mind. It calls on you to harness the power of your perception, to master your stress, to train your attention, and to optimize your lifestyle so that the ringing no longer dominates your life. And it reminds you that knowledge, persistence, and expert guidance are your greatest allies. That small, consistent victories compound over time, and that every deliberate choice you make strengthens your control and your freedom. You are not a victim of the sound in your head. You are the commander of your own experience. Every step you take toward awareness, protection, and disciplined action builds resilience. Every moment you refuse to surrender chips away at the power tinnitus holds over you. Every decision to engage, to learn, to persist, and to act shapes a future in which the ringing becomes a manageable companion rather than a relentless enemy. You have the tools, the guidance, the mindset, and the capacity to reclaim your life, to redefine your peace, and to rise above what once felt uncontrollable. The moment to act is not tomorrow. The moment to fight, to protect, to focus, and to persist is now, because the louder the challenge, the stronger your resolve must be, and the greater your victory will feel. Take control today, and let every choice you make become the foundation for a life where tinnitus no longer dictates your reality, because you are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than any sound your ears could ever be.